So, my next recipe for you from our Feel Good Food series is a really easy one using some basic ingredients. So we've got some sweet potato here. So 1 large or 3 small. You can use regular potatoes if you haven't got sweet potato. I've got 2 big shallots. Again, a large onion will be absolutely fine. I've got 6 eggs, which you do need. And I've got a nice bunch of rosemary, but you can either use dried rosemary or you could use another herb like basil. And what we're going to make is a sweet potato and rosemary frittata, but you could make, for example, a potato and basil frittata. You can add all sorts of other things that are in the fridge, like some bits of sun-dried tomatoes, some olives. So a really nice lunch or supper dish, great one as well for the children to make. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to peel the potatoes. We're going to need to cut these into 1 centimetre cubes and boil those for about 5 minutes because we want them pretty cooked before they actually go into the dish. So I'll just show you on one and then I'll do the others and come back to you. So just peeling that one like that. And then if we just go in half again, into some nice chunky chip shapes, and then across into some 1 centimetre cubes. So I've chopped up all my sweet potato and I'm going to put that into a saucepan. I'm going to cover it just with some cold water. For root vegetables, it's important to put cold water on them and bring them to the boil, then simmer them. So just covered in cold water. I'm going to put some salt in, get a bit of flavour. And when it's come to a boil, I'm going to turn the heat down and simmer it for about 5 minutes till the sweet potato cubes are tender. So while the potato is cooking, I'm just going to peel and slice these shallots. So lovely, mild purple shallots. So as I said, use an onion or some spring onions.
Red onion would be nice.
Red onion would be lovely. You've been a bit quiet there today, Libby.
Not really much to say, is it? It's just a fancy omelette. I have to say, I do really like this whenever you make it. It's yummy.
This is a posh omelette. Right, what we're going to do, claw grip and then just slice this all across. So I'm going to do the same with the 2 shallots. And then, I'll do those in a second. What I'm going to do with my rosemary is just pull the leaves the opposite way to how they're growing. Take all the little needles off. And then I'm going to cross chop it down to a really fine chop. So I've chopped up all my shallots nice and finely. And I've chopped up all my rosemary, and the sun's coming out. So, taste.
Is it? Still looks pretty damn cloudy to me. It's just got a little bit brighter.
So I have got a very quirky 28 centimetre pan, which I dropped when I bought it, so it's got a dent in it.
Is that the true story?
No, honestly.
That isn't the true story.
I'm not really putting it in the pan yet. Right, we're going to fry the shallot, or saute, if I'm going to be posh. So a nice glug of oil, and we want to do this nice and slowly over a medium heat, so they get a little bit soft, but what we don't want them is too coloured. Okay, so we're going to cook those. My sweet potatoes are almost soft, so just have a little feel. I'm going to have a few more minutes. I really do want those pretty cooked, but not mushy. Okay, we've got 6 nice, large free-range eggs.
Not for my chickens, because they're not really making enough at the minute to warrant using 6.
Well, they are, Libby, but they're very precious at the moment.
Which ones are laying?
So, let me think. Mufasa's laying. Douglas is laying, and Nando is laying.
Therefore meaning that Boris, Carlisle and the Colonel are letting the side down. And that's funny actually, because they're like the three mean girls of the pack, because they're all the same breed type of chicken.
Yeah, they're too busy strutting around the garden digging up the plant beds to lay chickens in a minute. But they will. I mean, they start laying between 4 and 6 months, and they're just about 4 months now.
Whiskey.
The eggs that they are producing are
absolutely
beautiful. Right, so nice little bit of salt in there. Bit of black pepper. And then we're going to pour this over the vegetables in a moment. So if we just come on over here. So the onions are nicely softened. I'm going to just mix through that rosemary at this point, just to get a little bit of warmth into that, and a bit of the oil all flavoured with the rosemary. And then my sweet potato cubes are cooked, so I'm just going to drain those. And then I want to make sure they're nice and dry and give those a good mix through.
Well,
so you might rising nicely. For my,
you might be thinking we've not been doing a lot of sweet treats, but next week is Easter week and we're making hot cross buns, simnel cake and chocolate
Easter egg slice.
So it's sweet treat overload, which is kind of ironic because Mum and I don't really like sweet stuff that much. But
yes, so we are next week starting a whole Easter week. So we've got the 3 sweet things, then we've got my ultimate Easter Sunday menu, which is an aubergine parmigiana, a garlic and rosemary, a leg of lamb, and a lemon tart. Oh. So if you follow the whole week, then you're going to have all the things to make Easter very tasty, if not outdoory. Right, okay, so what I've done now is mix this really well. I'm actually going to put this onto the big ring here so I get a nice even heat now. My bread rollers are rising nicely. Right, make sure this is really nice and heated. And then I'm going to tip this evenly all over. So I'd have this for a supper with sort of salad and
it's good. It's a good
nice
one, like
bread.
when you've had a big lunch, just a little
light supper.
Light tea.
Right. So just make sure everything's got a nice coating in the egg. Flatten it all out. Keep it on a low heat, and then you want to leave it until the bottom is set. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of a juggling trick you've got to do. So if you have a look at my omelette now, it's pretty much set, other than a tiny little bit of runny egg on the top. So we're just going to loosen all around the edges. Now,
this gives me anxiety.
Going to need a plate that's a little bigger than the frying pan. And then what you're going to do is literally turn it over. A little bit more oil in the bottom.
Oh, this smells unreal. It just smells so rosemary. Oh, it's a horrible noise.
Sorry about that. And then slide
Perfectly
it
done, Maria.
back in, if I say so myself. You could have cooked it so it's a little bit more golden, but we're going to get quite a bit of goldenness on the other side now, and then flip it over. So here we go. All done. Beautiful tortilla, ready to eat.